So the NASCAR Heat 5 trailer has released, and well, there's been mixed to negative leaning responses for it. I can't say that I'm surprised though, as both NASCAR fans and frankly, society in general is very trigger happy with criticism, but this time I think it's felt different. It has seemed that in the past, that the concern has been much more for the game's quality, whereas it is right now. Where it seems now that people are just looking at it almost if they were expecting disappointment. This has been a growing sentiment amongst NASCAR fans for the Heat games. For nearly 5 years now, 704 has been in this tug of war with different factions of the fan base. It's important to note that every game released in the Heat series has got progressively better. Heat Evolution was atrocious, Heat 2 was garbage, Heat 3 was bad, and Heat 4 has been alright. But the problem has been that we fans have been promised time after time again a huge leap up in quality, yet we never receive it. Over and over again, fans have had to pay $60 for a product that they can have beat out by a game from 2003. The reason, while valid to a point, that is used for this is that it's a small company, they just need more time. After so long though, it's grown old, and the general audience has shown this. I say this not to demonize the company at all, but to instead give them a bit of insight into how we as the general audience look at and see these actions. When you release a trailer for a game and it looks to be a copy of the last game, and the biggest selling point is the cover and a test session, there's problems. The first look sets the tone moving forward for how people will look at it. And nowadays, it's worse than ever at this. We are in the middle of a huge economic downturn. We have seen the rise of iRacing to national prominence. Both will hurt the Heat series. And with the looks of it, if people are really tight on money right now, they either won't spend on luxury items or they will go with the best possible option. And in this case, it is something like iRacing. For the average fan playing Heat 4, it's almost feeling like the company isn't focused on them, and instead is focused more on their Heat Pro League. Just looking at a live leaderboard for it on Spectator View is something that has been requested for years by fans and has been put in the Pro League but not for the general audience. It's also shown with the attention the league gets while the game clearly is glitchy and needs fixing for pit road collisions, netcode issues, and overall poor-looking qualities like disappearing cars. The era of league racing on consoles may not be at its peak anymore, but it's still a lifeline to a larger, more independent fan base. But to make this connection, you have to reach that fan base and help them out. But what has been done with neglecting this mode has made it nearly impossible to put on a good-looking league race or event. The big problem with this failure is that the failure to appease fans has also hurt the sport overall. Video games are a highway-sized lifeline to the youth. Poor games will just turn these fans and potential fans off forever. People my age were lucky. We were lucky enough to have games like NR 2003, NASCAR Thunder 2003, Thunder 04, and 2005 Chase for the Cup. They are high bars to hit, but they have to be aspirations at least. Today's youth looks at new games whose biggest promotions are test sessions and track maps. Meanwhile, key factors to the gaming experience are needed. A paint booth is a good place to start. I was playing NASCAR 06 last night, and while it's definitely not a perfect game, I was amazed by the paint booth. Not that it was anything special, but that it was containing a more in-depth experience in 2005 than we are getting in 2020. On top of this, there were multiple legendary drivers and fantasy tracks to run on, something that is almost completely gone from the Heat run except for a few drivers here and there. The physics of the games is also a place that the Heat games need to improve. They're still wonky. A huge improvement would be also needed for a more in-depth and unique fan experience on game modes. An improved career mode that's more in-depth is a good place to start as well. Those making videos on YouTube also who promote this brand cannot be destroyed by the competition by being underpowered or have to replay the same game mode every year. Maybe add a season mode where the player can create their own schedule. If they want to run their dream 2021 schedule, let them. If they want to run 36 New Hampshire races, let them. Personally, I think the best course of action is a complete and full reevaluation. Try to restructure the existing contract with NASCAR so that they can release the game every 18 months to 2 years. While it's not preferable, it'll give them more time to dramatically improve the game year over year and game over game. And I say this all because I want to see it. I want to see a good console game. It's a key way to help NASCAR grow. I wouldn't be talking about this if I wasn't passionate about it. Because for people like me, we've reached the end of the line trying to say the same thing over and over again, only to not have it seem to be heard. And also, don't release the same day as F1's game again. You're not going to win a battle against them. It's just not going to happen. They're a worldwide brand. But now, I want to pass this subject to you. What do you think the NASCAR Heat series can do to improve? Let me know down in the comments below. And while you're at it, leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more great NASCAR content. And until next time, have a good one.